March Madness is beginning.
Are we doing the brackets?
Tomorrow night, March
nail
Madness
these.
starts. You'll nail them?
I'll nail them.
Well, should we get intern Reed? Should he come in? He's a basketball reporter.
Okay.
You know, and he wants us doing March Madness brackets.
Yeah.
Reed is interested in our bracketology.
Yeah, he's coming in.
Do you want to do bracketology, Jim?
I do. Yeah, I'll nail this real quick.
Your glasses look good. They don't. Here's the great thing about your glasses: they don't make you look older.
Like this, they don't. But when I do this, they do.
Oh, that's perfect. Reed, you're interested in.
Hi.
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
Good. Do my glasses make me look older?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. But when I'm going, they're off, right?
Yeah, now you look like a Gen Xer.
Youthful.
That's perfect.
That's a boy.
Right?
You like bracketology?
Yeah, I just told Travis we should do one.
Right.
I didn't realize we had pre-plans to
We
to do
do.
one.
Yeah.
We do. It's very important that we get down to the bottom of who is going to win
Cows.
the number one. Because March Madness, for those that don't know, it determines the number one basketballers of the colleges of the world.
Yeah, it really. It's like the Hoopsters Super Bowl.
Yeah, it is. It is for colleges.
Yeah.
And you only know that it's a college thing if you're super kind of
Into it.
inside sports guy. I'm kind of a what I call him like a sports junkie.
Yeah.
You know, that's me.
Yeah, but
yeah.
not for sports, for cum.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
was. It was cum.
Cum
Yeah,
junkie.
I got confused. I got
happens.
confused. Yeah, I don't even like sports. It
Yeah.
was the other thing.
You're a cum junkie. Yeah.
You're right about that, Jim. Yeah, so I think Duke's got a very good chance of winning the games because they have the good player, Zion, right?
Yeah, they have a couple, actually. Him and
No,
RJ.
come on, a couple. Everybody's talking about the one player. He's literally the one player anybody's ever talking about.
You're not wrong. His teammate would probably be the second pick, so that's the one reason I point out.
Okay, but let's not get too deep into this thing. We're talking about Zion here.
Yeah, that guy's ridiculous.
He's the
Yes.
one who ripped his shoes because he's so good, right?
Yeah, once he makes the NBA, he'll be the second heaviest in the league.
Like in terms of weight?
Yeah, and next guy.
Now, is that why you like him so much?
Yeah, he
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like when I was a kid, I
blow
was.
for all fatties.
He's the Jackie Robinson for thick people. You know?
I see.
He's making
When
a way.
when I was growing up, I didn't even watch basketball, but if I had to pick a player, I liked Muggsy Bogues because I was short, and so was Muggsy. That was his whole deal.
No, I
didn't
remember.
I never watched him score not one point, but he was my favorite.
Mine was Magic Johnson.
Okay, that goes without saying. Yeah, you liked him after the retirement, though.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
Even me. Cover of Newsweek.
So the way I like Muggsy and Jim like Magic, you like.
Well, my favorite player is Dwayne Wade.
Is he heavy?
No.
Is he
Weird.
good?
Oh, yeah, he's not bad.
D Wade?
D Wade.
I see.
Yeah, you know,
See?
because you're a sports junkie.
No, cum junkie.
Yeah,
That's
cum
what-
junkie.
You're a
Yeah.
sports fanatic.
I listen. Yeah, I'm kind of a sports fanatic, and
I'm a Dwight
I-
Howard fan now.
You like Dwight Howard?
Now I do.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just all of a sudden enjoyed his playing.
I see. Well, so I think Duke, NCC, NDAKST.
Yeah, it's too many letters.
Yeah, I'd say that's gonna go to Duke.
That's
no?
a Duke.
That's a Duke.
Let me
Okay.
write that one down. The Duker.
I'm gonna go to Duke.
Although Duke has lost to.
I'm gonna go Duke.
Okay, sorry.
The
We're
next
picking
game
the Dukers.
is VCU and UCF. I mean, I think for me, it's a no-brainer. UCF. Are you more of a VCU guy or a
No,
UCF?
it's a UCF thing.
Okay, I'm gonna go UCF as well. UCF.
I'm going VCU.
Oh, that's very controversial.
Liberty,
They're
Mississippi
higher
State.
Yes.
Let's see.
Oh, you knew Miss State stood for Mississippi State?
Yep.
You really watch this stuff, huh?
Yeah, no, it's gonna be Miss State.
Yeah, he's playing possum. He actually has been studying all year.
All right, I probably think it's going to be Miss State as well. I'm gonna put
Virginia
Miss.
Tech against St. Louis. It's gotta be Virginia Tech.
I'm going to go St. Louis.
Okay.
St. Louis is my team. You know why people say they go, I live in St. Louis, Missouri, instead of
Oh, that's
Missouri.
funny. I never heard
So
it.
that's why I go with St. Louis on that one.
Why don't you meet me in St. Louis, Louis? I used to sing that a lot as a kid. Mrs. Jones's music class.
I bet the team
Then
probably.
I'd go home and suck a dick.
Oh, it's funny because it's true. I bet the team probably sings that before games.
Yeah.
So that actually goes to me.
Maryland
or
against who?
Belmont or Temple.
I like the name Maryland better, so I'll put them.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them because between Belmont and Temple, they can't even figure out which one of those two is going in. So
Oh,
I'll
by
go
the
with-
way, can we go to the bottom right for a second? Seton Hall against Albany. Seton Hall, I want to put.
wait, they're not playing Albany; they're playing Wofford.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
What are you talking
let's put
about?
Seton Hall anyway.
Okay, why'd you go there?
I'm just bored with going in the same order, so I want to mix
You
it
want
up.
to spice it up?
Kentucky against Kentucky, I
So
think.
we're just going all over the place now?
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why you just went to the bottom.
Doesn't matter. What's the difference?
Because we're all doing it together.
I know, we're just jumping around. Let's jump around like it's fun.
And then you just went to another thing, and we were like, "What the fuck are you
we
doing?"
start in the middle, actually.
Iowa State against Ohio State.
I'm not. Are you going now? You're going from the bottom up.
Yeah, Iowa State against Ohio State.
Iowa, of course.
Okay, Iowa. Now the one right below that, Houston.
It's
against,
Houston.
Yeah,
Houston or Georgia Street.
I think Georgia Street.
I'm gonna go with Houston.
Okay, I'm going with Georgia. And by the way, to go back to the bottom, I'm going with Seton Hall, and I'll go with the same thing as you, Kentucky.
Sure. Let's go to the bottom left.
Okay,
we have Michigan against Montana. Number 2 against number 15.
Michigan.
I'm calling for an upset, Montana.
Now is that Joe Montana University?
No, Hannah.
Oh,
Okay.
Hannah Montana.
We have Nevada against Florida. Right above that,
Well, think about it this
Florida.
way. Yeah, but Florida's so humid.
That's why they're going to win, because Nevada's the dry heat and their eyes get dry.
More things to do in Florida. Distract them, though.
Oh, there's nothing to do in Vegas? Gambling and hookers?
That's a good point.
What a goose you
Reed.
are. Young, naive Reed.
Well, these guys aren't 21.
Such a wholesome boy.
I'm going Nevada still. What do you think, Texas Tech or North Kentucky?
Sure.
Both?
On one of them.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm going to pick North Kentucky.
No, it's Texas Tech.
Okay. What about Buffalo?
Or
Again,
a bunch of letters. I'm going to go with the letters.
I'm going to go St. John.
AZST.
You're going with Arizona State?
Oh, is that what that is? Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with St. John. Let's go somewhere else. Where should we go next?
Top right, Virginia against
G-Web.
G-Web. You got to go Virginia in this one.
I'm going to say G-Web because it sounds like a rapper.
Oh, yeah, sure does.
So I like G-Web.
Ole Miss against Oklahoma. I hate the name Ole Miss, so I'm going to go with Oklahoma.
I'm going to go with Oklahoma because Roll Tide. Right, Reed?
No, that's not it, Sam.
I think it's it. I think that's right. Where to next?
Wisconsin, Oregon. Well, the Buckeyes against the Oregon Hoopsters. I'm going to go with the Oregon Hoopsters.
I'm going to go with the Buckeyes, I think.
No, they were kind of already selected.
Wisconsin?
Yeah, but Wisconsin's not the Buckeyes. They're the Badgers.
I think they're the Buckeyes.
Okay.
How about this? Let's go right below that.
Okay.
The Kansas State Wheat Huskers against the UC Irvine Clouds. I'm gonna go.
This is all Clouds.
With the
this is Clouds.
yeah.
Irvin.
With the Kansas Street Wheat Huskers.
Oh, okay. So we're going different on that one.
Yep.
Okay, Villanova versus St. Mary's. I'm going to tell you, you know what we called Villanova when I was in Syracuse?
What?
Villanova. So
that's chill.
I got to go St. Mary's.
Where's that?
That's right under our last one, Villanova or St. Mary's.
No, I'm going to go with the
Villanova.
The Villanova Preachers.
Okay. What about? I'd say in the battle of Purdue versus Old Dominion. I think Old Dominion is actually a little too old.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know, they're a little washed
age
up.
Bias, though.
Little washed up. I'm gonna go with Purdue, and I'll tell you why. Because I eat the chicken all the time.
Yeah, the Purdue Jumpers. I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, and they get up high. Do you want to go over to the other side of the
Sure.
paper
Or we
again?
can just finish that. Okay.
Now the LSU against Yale.
Yale is the smartest school. We'll go Yale.
Nah, Yale's a bunch of fucking nerds. I'm gonna go LSU. Plus, they're cheating to get into Yale.
But don't Aunt Becky's daughters play on the Yale's basketball team? I think so.
Not
so I'll go
anymore.
Yale. I'll go Yale.
Louisville against Minnesota. I'm going to have to go with Minnesota because I think Louisville's a really stupid name.
Okay, and Jesse Ventura, Minnesota, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
He's tall.
He sure is.
Michigan State and Bradley. My dad went to Michigan State, so I would think Michigan State will win.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Michigan State, too. One, Gonzaga against 16, Purdue. Gonzaga's ranked number 1.
There's 4 number 1 teams, but yeah, in that bracket.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah. All right, we'll go with.
Maybe.
We'll go Gonzaga.
Really.
You know why? It's a fun name.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's fun to say.
Syracuse against Baylor.
Clearly Syracuse.
No, I'm going to go with Baylor.
I think I'm going to have to go with Baylor, too, right?
Cool.
Yeah,
well, you're
Syracuse has
stupid.
put out a bunch of garbage.
That's not true. Not entirely.
Now let's go to
Marquette and Murray State.
Murray,
Kentucky.
The Murray State Buckeyes. I'm going to go with.
I'm going Buckeyes.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Murray Street Buckeyes.
I'm going to go with Marquette.
What about Vermont and Florida State?
The Vermont Syrups.
Yeah, I'm going to go Vermont.
Yeah, me too.
Bernie Sanders.
That's right.
Well, no, everybody loses in Vermont, that would mean.
Cool. Done. Now we got to go to the other side.
I guess
Iowa. Wait.
Iowa against Cincinnati.
I'm going to go with Iowa because I hate Cincinnati.
I'm going Cincinnati because I hate Iowa.
Okay. The next one is Colgate against Tennessee. Let's go Colgate.
Of course.
Much better for your mouth.
Yeah, much better.
North Carolina against...
Iona. That's easy. Iona. That's
Iona's fun. It's fun to say.
Plus, it's in the Bestchester.
Yeah, I own an apartment.
Oh my God.
I own a hat.
That's so great.
Travis?
I would.
I'm not adding to that.
Iona's in the Bestchester, Reed.
But
People in the Bestchester tend not to lose.
North Carolina's arguably the other best team. So
Yeah, come on and raise up,
I'm
Sam.
going to go with North Carolina. Reed convinced me.
I'm going Iona because...
North Kakalaka, man. You got to go with that.
Yeah, but why would they call
UNC.
Why would they call Westchester the Bestchester if they lost?
Okay, but how's this? The head
Roy
coach
Orbison?
No, I was going to call.
Does Roy Orbison play for Iona? Even more reason. Yeah, all right. Iona it
the
is.
head coach for UNC.
Let's go to. What do you think? Utah.
Off-white Air Ones.
What?
You're just saying words, man.
We don't know what you're saying,
I was trying to tell you the head
You're
coach
yammering.
of North
You
Carolina
can't form a
wears-
sentence. Don't open your mouth.
You're yammering.
You know? You're yammering. It's right.
Never mind. Okay.
You're just rambling.
What do you think, Troy?
So he's yammering.
Troy, do you understand a word that's coming out of that boy's mouth?
Just nonsense.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's literally just foolish.
I was
Okay.
trying not to cut anyone off.
Utah State or Washington? Well, everybody knows Utah already is a state, so Washington.
All right, we'll go with Washington.
And then the final two battles in the first round.
No, yep. It is Auburn against North Mexico. I'm going to go with Auburn.
I'm gonna go
their
North-
center's been hooping.
I'm going to go North Mexico.
Okay. And the next one is Kansas against Northeastern. Everybody knows
Well, I think
horns over the monuments. I'm going to go with Kansas.
I don't know. I think it may be the Northeastern Nor'easters.
Oh, cool.
You know? I'm going to go Northeastern because it's a whole area of the country. It's not just one state, you know? It's a lot to pick and choose from.
Sure.
Okay, you want to move to the Sweet 16?
Oh, I'm bored at this.
I know, it's so much, but I mean, to start with, how many people do they start with?
I got the
32.
Sweet 16. I got them all. I was in all the papers.
68 different schools.
It's too many, Reed.
It's a good amount.
No
It
one's
is.
ever picked all of them, right?
I did last year.
I know Warren Buffett offered. What did he offer? Like $1 billion?
A million?
He did?
Or
billion.
$1 million? I forgot how much it was.
Travis, do you still have my ballot thing from last year?
If you could do
No,
a perfect
what
one.
do I keep Sam things?
Ah, man, I would have had $1 billion.
Mementos?
He probably wouldn't have accepted a piece of paper either. Probably had to do that electronically or
Well,
something.
you never know, Reed.
All right, I'm going to say Duke over UCF. I'm going to say St. Louis
Where
over...
are we going? Duke, UCF. I'm going to go with, I'll go with Duke.
I'm going to go Duke, St. Louis over Mississippi.
No, I'm going to give it a, wait, which one did I say? Who's playing in the next one?
You should have written it down.
Oh, I wrote them down.
Yeah, that's what we were just doing.
Oh, Virginia Tech.
I'm going to go Maryland over Yale because I have a good buddy that went to Maryland. That's, you know, you got
I have LSU, so I'm going to go with LSU because I hate your friends.
Okay. Michigan State over Minnesota because my dad went to Michigan State.
I have Minnesota, Michigan State. I'm going to go with Minnesota because
Why?
your dad, because his cum bothers me.
Oh, I see. Syracuse over Gonzaga, obviously.
Gonzaga against, who do I have there?
Baylor.
I'm going to go with Baylor.
Murray State over Vermont because Kentucky's a hell of a town.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Vermont.
Okay. St. John. I'll do St. John over Kentucky.
I don't know what I have here. I can't read my writing, so I'm just going to put the Texas Tech.
Okay, that's smart. And I'm going to go...
Florida, Minnesota. Got to go with Florida because they practice more. Okay.
Minnesota. That was not
Who
even...
did Minnesota?
Minnesota's not on that thing.
Oh, whatever it is, I put Florida.
Doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, I
No-
can't read my own writing.
I'll go Nevada.
Virginia, Oklahoma.
I have G-Web, and I'm going to have G-Web continuing.
I'm going to go with Oklahoma.
Because G-Web sounds like a rapper.
Oregon against Kansas.
I have Wisconsin against Irvin. I'm going to go Wisconsin.
I'll go with Kansas.
I'm going to go Oregon.
Now, Villanova, Purdue, of course.
Villanova fun is what we
Yeah,
would say.
you got to go with Purdue.
I'm going to say Purdue over St. Mary, the chicken.
Iowa against
Villanova.
Colgate. You got to
have-
go with Iowa.
I have Cincinnati and Colgate. I'm going to go Colgate.
North
that's
Carolina,
fun.
Washington. Oh, sorry.
Purdue and Colgate, chicken versus toothpaste.
That's fucking great.
Isn't that great?
They work well together. North Carolina, Washington. I'm going to go with the upset, Washington.
I have Iona going over Washington. Iona's making it to the Sweet 16 because the Bestchester.
Auburn's, Kansas. It's going to be Auburn's. Because, again, their secondary has been playing well.
I'm going to say Northeastern goes all the way to the Sweet 16 there.
Iowa, Houston, Iowa.
I have Iowa over Georgia.
And now, what's this? What, I can't see what that says.
Seton Hall.
Yep, Seton Hall, all the way. Seton Hall.
I have Kentucky beating Seton Hall.
I got Seton
I'm
Hall.
going
Cool.
Kentucky, too.
All right, we're done.
No.
Now we got to get to the Elite Eight, Jim.
Oh.
every number we do, you just have to cut it in half.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
now
bored.
I know it's
The
very
people in the
boring.
audience is hating this.
Well,
They're
it's
hating
bonus
this.
time anyway.
What do you mean it's bonus time?
I think you're hating it and just deflecting.
Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. Okay.
People who like March Madness, they like our sports picks though.
All right, cool.
Because a lot of people tune in for our sports expertise, right, Reed?
No, I do for sure.
That's what attracted you to the show initially.
Exactly.
All right,
I
let's
was
finish
like,
this
where
then.
can I get the
We're
most
in bonus
knowledge
time.
in the short amount of time?
Now, Reed, do you have your brackets or your bracketology is about the same as ours?
No, but
Oh.
I this isn't my well thought out bracket version. I kind of am just doing it off the fly like you guys. But
No, yeah, mine's well thought out.
I'm gonna finish mine real quick.
Okay, what do you got? I got Duke and St. Louis. I'm going to say St. Louis.
I'm going with Duke.
I'm gonna go Duke.
And then LSU against Minnesota. LSU.
I got Michigan State over Maryland.
Because your dad went there.
My dad went there.
Bay, Vermont. I'll go with Bay.
I got Syracuse beating Murray State.
Gonna go.
And then
I went
TT,
to
Florida.
Syracuse.
We'll go with TT.
I got St. John beating Nevada.
Oh, Kansas City, Kansas City.
I got G-Web beating Wisconsin.
Purdue, Iowa. Purdue, Chicken.
I got Purdue beating Colgate.
Washington, Auburn's, the Auburns.
I got Iona beating Northeastern because Bestchester.
Iowa, Seton Hall, the Seton Hallers.
I got Kentucky beating
Cool.
Iowa.
Now the Final Four.
The Final Four.
Duke, LSU. LSU, it's going to be a big upset.
I got Michigan State.
Baylor, TT, Baylor.
Hang on. I got Michigan State over St. Louis.
Kansas, Purdue, it's going to be Purdue.
I got Syracuse over St. John.
And then I got Aubs against Seton Hall. It's going to be Seton Hall. Now, here's the Final Four.
I got Purdue over G-Web.
If Purdue going that far.
Well, they do the chicken.
I know, I get that.
Okay, so let's all go over our final. Reed, what's your Final Four?
I haven't got
LSU, Baylor.
Don't give us your finals yet. Just say what the
Purdue,
Final Four are.
Seton Hall.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
Duke, Michigan, North Carolina, and Villanova.
I've got Michigan State, Syracuse, Purdue, and Iona.
You have Michigan State because your dad.
Syracuse, that's where I went. Purdue, it's the same name as the chicken company, and Iona is in the Bestchester.
Yep. And
I'm going to do Syracuse over Michigan State because at the end of the day, let's be honest, I am better than my dad.
I got LSU.
And I got Iona over Purdue because the Bestchester.
And I got Seton Hall.
Oh, what a battle.
LSU, Seton Hall.
I have Syracuse and Iona in the National NCAA Championship of Basketball.
I got Seton Hall winning it all.
I feel like yours is a little bit biased.
What, to the best
There you go.
teams?
There you go.
Yeah.
So Seton
welcome.
Hall is your big winner?
$1 billion coming up.
do we-
Warren,
Do we
$1 billion coming up.
We should guess the combined score too. What you do with the? I did that once.
100 points.
I guessed it correctly one year. It was I put like 179.
Oh, I'll do 179 then.
152. I feel it's a
I'm gonna
152.
Okay, I haven't picked my winner yet, but I'm going 179 points.
152.
Rob, were you doing a bracketology too?
Yes.
Who's your national championship game?
I got the Dukies against
Dukies.
Virginia.
Cool.
And who wins?
The Dukies.
See, I had Duke getting knocked out in the
LSU's
Sweet
knocking out.
16.
Yeah, they get
St.
knocked out.
Louis.
So-
Oh, that's a
I
good
don't,
pick.
I don't remember why I picked St. Louis to beat them.
Well, St. Louis is it's a strong 13. You
But
know,
a strong 13.
It's a strong 13
Okay.
seed, so you never know.
And what's your championship game, Reed?
Duke, North Carolina.
And who do you have in the championship? Who do you have winning the whole thing?
Duke.
And who do you have winning the whole thing?
I have Duke,
Who do you think's better, Syracuse or Iona?
Syracuse.
Me too.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you went there.
Because I went there.
Yeah.
So did.
Well, Iona's not really a powerhouse team.
So did
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yes, it is. It's from the.
Easy.
It's from the Bestchester.
Are they on the bracket?
Well,
It's
they're
a
not
powerhouse.
Okay, my bad.
They're not one of the teams where it's one or the other. Like they don't have to win a game to get into the bracket. They're already in the bracket.
Yeah.
So that means they're already better than.
But you just told me there were too many teams in it. So.
It's too many teams.
So
Reed.
like, I
It's
mean,
too
there's
many.
Bound to be a few bad teams
it's
in
too
that
many.
bracket.
I really like Jim's Seton Hall pick.
Yep.
As a
It is a
finals.
good. It is
It's
a. Jim, did you? And you picked what was the combined score?
Seton Hallers and the final score is
152.
152.
And mine's 179. Let me write my name on it.
Where'd you get that number from?
Make sure.
179. It's from my experience as a basketball man.
I got you. I'm gonna go Prices Right. 178.
Cool.
I played in Syracuse.
You did, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I was a walk-on.
It's awesome.
Yeah, man, I was actually quite good.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why Carmelo Anthony was like, "I'm not staying on this team if Sam's going to be here. He's
Sure.
outshining me."
Absolutely.
Yeah, here you go.
You were Muggsy Bogues.
I was the. No, I wasn't that short.
When's all this start?
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
The Bucks will start rolling in.
Oh yeah.
And Reed, why don't you?
Roll now.
Oh.
Why don't you start giving us a report on how we're all doing in the Final Four? You know what I
Of
mean?
course,
I
an
want
update. Like,
you to be responsible for this data. Rob will help you, obviously.
It's the road to the Final Four.
What do you mean the road to? Oh,
the journey?
it's not all called the Final Four.
No.
Yeah,
It's
no.
the road to the Final Four.
So when there's 64 teams, they don't just say like, "Let's start the Final Four."
No. They say let's start the road to the Final Four.
the journey.
The journey.
It's
all
a
about
long
the journey,
fucking
really.
road.
Yeah.
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 Sure is.
So then you keep us honest,
will.
Reed, and you let us know how everybody's doing. But I have a prediction that both Jim and myself are going to do pretty
I already
good.
know how it's gonna go. So
Yeah.
So you
I'm
look
gonna
at,
make history.
so yours are less predictions and more spoilers.
Yeah.
You think you're going to get $1 billion?
You watch. I get all of it right in the score. I'm gonna be headline news all over the world.
Will you share any of the money?
No.
Why?
What are you going to do with it?
Probably donate it
Oh.
to what I call the Cum Fund.
Oh, that's a big jar.